Hello and welcome to another edition, another episode of Keely Vieira podcast. My name is Keely V, and today I wanted to chat with you about podcasts. And if you have been joining me, if you've been listening to my podcast, I want to thank you very much for doing so. It's been like a daily challenge, a daily journal type of thing for me, just to chat about my thoughts, about where I'm at in my life. I'm a dad of a 5-year-old. I'm from Hawaii. I'm a millennial trying to figure out multiple streams of income. I do have a 9-to-5 job that I work at, so this is definitely a side thing for me. But I thank you for joining me on my journey. I just wanted to give value, hopefully bring some insight for you. I'm just trying to share my thoughts about life, about my journey. And today I just want to chat about podcasts, because podcasts is an interesting thing, especially for me. I've only recently consistently been putting out audio content for y'all, and my experience with content creating kind of starts with the basics of social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and podcast is just a different angle to approaching my content creation. So I looked up on Google podcasthosting.org, a couple cool little not tips, but a couple cool little factoids that I found. On January 2021, they had surveyed and found that there are over 1 million podcasts, 1,750,000 podcasts out there, and over 43 million episodes. 16 million people are avid fans, and the age of the listeners, 84% are from the ages of 12 and 34 years old, and all of these stats are in the United States. So that's pretty interesting. The most popular subjects of podcasts in the United States are comedy, education, and news. 90% of listening is done at home, and 93% listen to all or most of each episode. I kind of find a couple of those facts kind of interesting. Specifically, the 93% who listen to all or most of each episode. And that kind of correlates to what I like about listening to podcasts. And in particular, because it's audio, we can do something else while we're listening to a podcast. And, when you work out or when you do chores around the house, you kind of just let it play and you kind of listen to it while you're doing stuff. And that's kind of like a bonus instead of, watching a YouTube video or, scrolling on your phone, looking at content. It's kind of a different way to consume content. And that's kind of interesting that over almost 100% of people listen to most or even all of the episodes. So that's pretty cool. I did not know that. I thought, audio podcasts would be kind of boring in a way, but, more and more people are picking up on it. And especially the ages, 12 to 34 years old, almost 84% of the listeners are between 12 and 34 years old. So kind of a young audience. So you can see that this is kind of a newer thing amongst these age people, and it's just easier to consume this content. Another thing that I like about listening to podcasts is that it makes me aware about the way I articulate, the way I listen to others more carefully. When you listen to others more carefully, it kind of makes you think differently. It kind of makes you pay attention more closely to the words and the way they, create their sentences, to create their thoughts. And it's that flow, kind of makes you think about the way you share information in general. I mean, yeah, that's a couple things that I like about listening to podcasts. And what I've learned about making podcasts and what I like about making podcasts is that it seems to go by a little faster than making a video for YouTube or a post even for like IG or something. Like I would have to think of something to post, like a topic or like a quote, and kind of work my content around that quote or topic. And I think making a audio podcast, it forces you to just go with the flow. It kind of forces you to think on the run. And I think that not thinking or just kind of generalizing your topic and going with the flow, it really makes it more genuine. It kind of makes it more in the moment. People are getting your kind of real reaction to, the subject matter. And I think that's kind of important for people to, to grasp to your content. They want to feel that it's real. They want to hear that it's real. And not to, space out the gaps between your, talking, because, they're trying to articulate what you're trying to say, and, they're trying to get what you're trying to say, and I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that podcasts are, still kind of new to social media and how we share information. It's such a simple thought that, podcast is just something you can listen to like a CD, or like, I'm sure they've had, just informational CDs, and, even like records, on inspiration and motivational speeches and talking. But having a podcast now to stream, all over the internet, on Spotify, on, podcast, Apple, iTunes, what have you. It's just a different way of approaching it. And I think that going forward, I'm going to continue to make podcasts. I'm going to continue to bring some audio content to those viewers out there. Hopefully looking for some inspiration, hopefully looking for some insight as to maybe themselves creating their own podcasts, and, sharing some insight to their lives as well. And whatever you guys do for yourselves as your goals going into 2021, hope you do your research and do your due diligence in whatever it is that you're seeking out, whether it's, trying to find that inspiration, trying to find that motivation to get up and get started, get exercising, or, how to do this and how to do that, or, just seek information, do your research. You don't know until you go, and just stay strong, stay positive, because there is someone out there like you. There is someone out there not just like you, but who might have some different perspective on something that you're interested in. But yeah, podcasts, I've been liking my podcast journey. I'm going to continue that journey. I hope you continue the podcast journey with me. Stay tuned for more. I shall be bringing you more thoughts, more insight to my life, and going forward with my January. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Hope you have finished the weekend off strong. Stay positive. Thank you. Shoots.